Hello. Man, this t-shirt makes me look big. Holy crap. Look at, geez, I have a little head. Ah, jeez. Okay, anyway, done with work today. I left 10 minutes early because I had my 42.37 hours in this week. And we do not get paid anything over 40. So, and they say if you work over 40, then you're donating your time. They say we're to flex our time. Well, how can I flex my time if I don't get these extra, I don't know. Anyway, it's just, I've been over 40 hours for 6 years, and I've never made an issue of it because I love my job. I love the work I do. I love the people I help. This job, Comprehensive Community Services, is something I did before I was ever employed. I helped people find resources. I helped people when I could. Now I'm getting paid for it. Whoa, there was a deer went by super fast and just, holy crap. I really need to get a dash cam. That deer was doing Mach 9. Holy crap. I miss my grandson, Michael. The summer is almost over and I didn't get to do anything fun with him. And that's my fault because I've been so exhausted. I don't know if it's normal for a person to be physically exhausted by the time their 42 hours a week is up. I don't know that. I don't know if all people are like that at age 55. No? Man, I can't believe I'm 55. Damn, old. I'm old. I'm tired. So this weekend, tomorrow I plan on taking my mom. It's a surprise. I'm going to take her to her sister Rita's house. We're going to meet Susie there. My Aunt Susie there is she's going to meet us. And then I'm going to see if we can pick up Mom's sisters, Tia and Patty, and bring them with. Maybe even call my Uncle Gary and see if he wants to go. It would be fun. My husband Louis has not met my Aunt Rita or my cousins. Yeah, we've been married 10 years and he has not met my Aunt Rita or my cousins. What does that tell you about our family? We've lost our way. We used to have family reunions every year, and these reunions would be massive. I mean, tons of us cousins, 30, 40 of us kids, running through the sprinkler. My uncle, his name back then, they called him Pork because he was a porky little boy. So I guess he was kind of a chubby little boy. Anyway, they called him, so we call him Uncle Pork. He would cook chicken on the grill, barbecued chicken. It was the most tender, most delicious, most moist chicken ever. I never had chicken on a grill better than the way he cooked it. I mean, and then after, I think it was after Grandpa Gerard died, 1984, I think 83 or 84, Grandpa Gerard died. It seemed like things slowed down. Less and less people came up every year. And, we were, as kids, we were really saddened by it. We looked forward to that. We looked forward to the family, to getting together and all of that stuff. Well, anyway, that's what we're doing. I'm going to take mom and maybe her sisters over there. And I think what I'll do is maybe my husband will stay home. And then this way he can go do what he wants to do, because he needs a day of doing whatever he wants to do, because these guys on AT four-wheelers, you can't drive on the highway. What the hell is wrong with people? It's a snowmobile trail that part of it goes along the highway. I don't understand it. I mean, it's bad enough to get those glorified four-wheelers, them all-terrain four-wheelers, the big ones, that are $30,000. It's bad enough that those are on the road, but now people are driving four-wheelers? Come on. I'm just jealous. I don't have one. It's probably what it is. Anyway, maybe I'll talk to Louie about him going and doing something that he wants to do for himself tomorrow. Have his day of, because he takes care of my mom all day, Monday through Friday. My husband Louie takes care of my mom, and then I'm home on weekends and I take care of my mom. And then Sunday, Louie and I go off somewhere by ourselves to just have some good quiet time. And it's been, I'm not gonna lie, make it sound all wonderful. It's been hard, it's been difficult. I love my mom. I will do anything for her. I will move mountains for her, because she took care of me when I was a kid. She sacrificed a lot of things for me as a child, and I want to do the same for her. Well, she has congestive heart failure, and we learned that her doctor told me we need to prepare. He put her on hospice, and so we learned that her heart, the left side of her heart that pushes the blood out of the heart, well, that is only pushing out 28% of the blood that's coming into her heart. Therefore, the other blood that's sitting starts to pool and clots as it pools, and then the clots break loose and they travel to her brain, and that's what's caused numerous ischemic strokes. I mean, they said that it was bad that there was, most people, they have an ischemic stroke. It's, it's just one half of the hemisphere of the brain. Well, My mom got it in both hemispheres, right and left, and lower down in her brain or deeper inside. I don't know. I don't quite understand what they said, but anyway, she didn't have use of her left arm and her left leg, and it was through physical therapy at the hospital, where she lived at the hospital and had physical therapy for, I think it was 17 days, and they got her walking, they got her using her arm. I mean, I'm blown away at how well she's recovered. Well, Dr. Wheeler told me, and I have yet to deal with this yet. I have not, I haven't come, I mean, I've come to terms with it, like partially here and there, but reality is my mom's going to die very soon. It's going to be of a massive heart attack. Thank God. I don't want her to have a stroke and be paralyzed and live in a suffering state. You know, I don't want that for my mom. I'd rather her go quickly where, you know, God takes her. And anyway, what happened was she told me one night, a few weeks before all this happened, that she said, Kathy, I'm afraid of dying. And I said, what do you mean, Mom? And she goes, well, I'm 80 years old, and you know, I have not been feeling well, and I think I'm gonna die. And I said, okay, Mom, well, let's look at this in a realistic way. So I said, you know, we've always been spiritual, you know, believe in, you know, we've been Christians, believe in Jesus Christ, go to church on Sundays. Well, I used to. Now, when I go to church, it's out in the woods. That's my church. I go to Bible studies at my son's house Monday nights, and I look forward to that. I love that. But so anyway, back to my mom. My ADD meds have worn off, as you can tell, that trying to stay on one subject at a time, it's difficult. What was I saying? Oh, my mom said she was afraid of dying. Okay. Well, I talked to her about, you know, that she's always said that, you know, since my dad died in 2006, you know, like probably 10 years after he died, she started talking about how she believes my dad is building a cabin in heaven. He's building a log cabin for even my mom. And it was such a beautiful thought, you know, that she painted a picture of it. And one day I'll show you the picture. I think it's at my brother's house. It's beautiful. It's a picture of my mom and my dad. I think one of them's hauling firewood or something. There's something to do with firewood and a log cabin. It's gorgeous. Well, anyway, I told her, I said, Mom, maybe you're feeling this way because, you know, Jesus has been helping Dad build this log cabin for you, and maybe they're close to being done. I said, Mom, when you close your eyes from this earth here, your spiritual eyes are going to be opened up. And you'll be with my dad, and you'll be with Jesus, and her mom and dad, and all her loved ones. And, I mean, it was, I'm going to get all, I'm sorry. It's, I was afraid that I made it sound so good that she wanted to die. And, she's told me over the years, you know, the last like 3 or 4 years, she's told me that she really misses my dad. And I understand they were married 47 years. 47 years they were married when my dad died. Or they were married 46. It was going to be their 40s, or they just had their 46th or 40. I don't know, but that's a lot of years. That's a lot of years, and But she's not afraid of dying anymore, she said. Because she knows it's going to be okay no matter what. Everything's going to be okay. And now I have to come to terms with this because my mom's 80, her sister's 81 or 82. My Uncle Gary he's still, his health is not that great, but none of us are. I mean, I'm 55 and my health I just learned that I have a complex, my doctor told me that I had complex health issues. And I mean, I knew I had health issues, but I didn't know they were complex. So I'm gonna start writing a book. I might just do a video instead of writing a book. I might just do a video on my childhood and my life growing up. And if somebody wants to watch it, great. And if somebody don't, they don't have to. It's not a big deal. I just want awareness of, my parents were alcoholics. They were practicing alcoholics when I was a kid. When I was 3 years old until I was 11, so 8 years span, my mom was in 19 different treatment centers and 3 halfway houses. So as you can imagine, it was painful as a child. And my sister had to, she's 5 years older than me. She had to be my mom she had to be the mom to my brother Greg and I. And my older brother Charlie, he was just, I don't know what his problem was. That was another thing. I watched him beat up my sister over and over, and I was powerless as a child to do anything about it. And when she left home, she left home when I was 13. And I loved my sister, and I didn't want her to move. But my brother was so aggressive that she left home. And I hated my brother for it. Took away my best friend. And I mean, these are things that I want to talk about, later on, either in a book or I don't know, something. Where my, things that happened in my life and where I am now. But anyway, where I started was what I want to do with I want to do these things with my mom where I can create memories. Because I don't have a lot of time left. She's on hospice. She has a walker. She's confused a lot. She's so precious, though. I mean, crazy thing is when she had her stroke, her voice changed. I'm not kidding. She sounds exactly like my Aunt Tia. And it was crazy because everybody's seen it, how different it was. And I'm hoping that maybe my sister Mary can come with tomorrow. I haven't talked to my sister all week, and I'm scared because my brother-in-law is not a well, I'm not going to say nothing, but I don't know I don't even want to speak it into existence. I'm going to call my sister this evening, and as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to call my sister and talk to her a little bit. But I think I'm going to take some medical leave, and I got to make a plan. I need to make a game plan and do it before I regret it. So I think I got to talk to HR at work. I got to figure out a game plan. I got to figure out how I'm going to continue to pay my bills if I take time off of work. I don't have enough PTO, personal time to cover being out of work for a few weeks. So, well, you know, it is what it is. I'll figure it out. God will provide. I firmly believe that God will provide. Well, thank you for walking. Thank you for riding along, talking with me on my journey home from work, going home. Man, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful day. It's just, thank you, Jesus, for everything you've given me. Thank you for your grace. I mean, if you could see this, let me see if I can. This is a swamp. I mean, it's so here. I know my windshield's dirty, and I'm sorry, but this is what I see. You know, I mean, look at how pretty them trees are. Look at how pretty they are. Here, let me slow down a little bit. Oh, helicopter effect. Oh, no. Yeah, now sorry. I slow down, and this is what we get to see. It's beautiful here, though. I mean, it really is. It's very beautiful. We bought a house in Winter, Wisconsin 3 years ago. I love it. You know, I love it. I love where we live. I love the people that are I love the community. You know, our neighbors welcomed us in. They're really decent people. Good people. Thank you for walking with me, riding with me, talking with me. Oh, here come some bikers. Look at this. Bikers. See them? That's what my dad always called them, bikers. They're just bicyclists. I can't say that word. All right. Have a wonderful weekend. And hopefully this weekend I can get out there and make some more videos of the beautiful Northwoods. I gotta go start scouting some hunting places. And I'll take you with me, okay? All right. Enjoy your weekend. And until we talk again.